So let's just settle into our meditation posture. And if you are sitting at a desk and your feet are down, I'm sorry, I always get pinned here. There we are. Hi, Darcy. Welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. Okay. So if you're sitting at a desk and your feet are down rather than sitting cross-legged on a cushion or on the floor, excuse me, just make sure your legs are in a parallel position so you're not sort of crossing your legs. It makes the spine uneven and the pelvis uneven. Otherwise, you can have a couple of cushions underneath each knee if you have tight hips. But do make sure you have something underneath your sit bones and something firm. And remember, try and make that pelvic bowl even. So just check the weight distribution of your sit bones, not too much on one or the other. So try and be even there. And then if you had if your pelvic bowl was a bowl of liquid, it would be nice and stable. It wouldn't be tipping from side to side, back to front. So the hands are in the meditation mudra, the right hand nestled in the left, with the thumbs touching. Shoulders are over the hips. And imagine your spine is a string of pearls of light. And if you like, you can imagine that light shining into your body. You can imagine someone's above you or behind you, very gently lengthening your spine. Your head is reaching towards the ceiling and slightly tip forward. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth and relax the jaw. Let's just bring our awareness to the crown of the head and relax the scalp, the forehead, the eyes. Just go into the back of the eyes. These eyes that we are using so much. Straining on our computer screens. Just relax them. Relax the nose and the cheeks, the area around the mouth, and the back of the head, an area around the occipital bone. Relax the ears, the inner ear, the temples, and the jaw. Relax the back of the neck, the shoulders, the upper thoracic area in between the shoulder blades, the throat, the chest, the belly, and your limbs, hands, fingers, feet, and toes. Let's just bring the mind back to the breath. And just notice as you're inhaling, where is the breath placing itself around your nostrils? And that air is slightly cooler than when you're breathing out, when you're exhaling. So depending on whether you've studied any kind of meditation before, maybe in a different tradition, people might direct your attention to the base of your nose or the tip of the nose. But for our purposes, wherever you're noticing it is good. It also depends on the shape of your nose, of course. So bring the mind back to the breath. Now, given it's all snowing down there for most people, you probably have some kind of a heater going on in your place, maybe a fireplace. So there may be some sounds in your environment. Maybe you've got animals in your house, try not to be distracted by all of this. Just allow those sounds to be there. Not pushing them away with aversion or having a mind run to them. Whatever's going on, unless it's an emergency, can wait for another 25 minutes. So this time we have together, this is just for you to work on your spiritual practice. So keep a couple of bookmarks around this time to protect yourself from distraction. And notice the thoughts that are arising in your mind. The idea here is to try not to think about them, so don't engage with your thoughts. Try not to follow a story or get caught up in what's about to happen today. Something might be happening at work. Just feel. Just allow the thoughts to come and go. Very gently bring your mind back to the breath. So we'll just move into our 9-round breathing. We'll do 3 sets of 3. So just to remind everyone, when you're breathing in blissful radiant white light through the right nostril, breathing out through the left, all your attachment energy, neediness, unhealthy desire, grasping, not feeling like you're enough. You breathe this out as thick black yucky smoke. When you're breathing in, then you breathe in through the left. Close the right nostril if you like. Blissful radiant white light, pausing at the top of the breath. And then breathe out through the right. All your energy of anger. And this is also depression. That's internalized anger. Jealousy, bitterness, grudges, disappointments, wishing to harm, wishing to get revenge. Just breathe this out as thick black yucky smoke, and that disappears into space. Do that 3 times. Then breathe in through both nostrils, blissful radiant white light, pausing at the top of the breath. And then just breathing out all the ignorance energy. Disappears into space, thick black yucky smoke. And if you wish, you can equalize the breath, so you can count for 4 or 5 as you're breathing in and breathing out. This adds another extra layer of stabilization of the mind. Okay, so we'll just do this in our own time. Steve and Lorraine were just on the last round of the 9-round breathing. So when you're finished, just bring the mind back to the breath while we wait for everyone. And just feel. And just do a little quick comparison between now, how you're feeling now when you first started this morning. If there's no change, that's okay too. Let's just bring to mind our reason for our motivation for doing this practice this morning. We can bring to mind all the people of our life, ones we love, who care for us, support us. And there's those ones who kind of irritate us, cause us a headache, ranging from causing us a headache to causing us quite a bit of harm. That's pretty much the enemy group. And then there's those people who we're indifferent to, strangers. It's always good to remember they can change place at any time. There's probably been people like that in your own life. Someone maybe who was a stranger now is a really good friend. Because of the nature of this world we live in, this realm we live in, these kinds of relationships are very much impermanent and changing. So anyway, we have all these people in our life, and they're all the same. They wish to be happy, they wish not to suffer, and with this unbelievable potential. Same as you, who you really are and who you've always been. So now just imagine in the space before you, about 6 to 8 feet and about the level of your forehead, is Tara. She's this kind of action Buddha, manifestation of all that is positive, getting things done, keeping herself upbeat. Her body is of emerald green light, translucent and radiant. be any size you like. Really, really big, tiny, whatever it is you feel. You also imagine this is the mind of your teacher, if you have one, your Lama, manifesting in this form for your benefit, this Tara form. Her left leg is drawn up, so as if she was sitting in the cross-legged position, but it's drawn up, signifying her complete control. And the text says over her desire energy. And her right leg is extended, indicating that she's ready to get up and help at any moment. She's just sitting there, but ready to take action as soon as you need it. Sentient beings need it. Her left hand is at her heart in the refuge gesture, and this is her palm facing outwards, a thumb and finger touching, and the remaining 3 fingers are raised. Her right hand is on her right knee in the gesture of granting sublime realizations, and this is the palm is facing outward and the fingers are loosely pointing down. And so in each hand she's holding the stem of a blue Utpala flower, and this symbolizes the unblocking of the central channel. So we're talking about energy blocks here. And Tara is exquisitely beautiful. She's smiling lovingly at you. She has no judgmental thoughts towards you. She's accepting you exactly as you are. Meeting you where you're at today in this moment. With all your foibles and your own perceived failings about yourself. She doesn't see those. She sees your true nature. Kind of like that perfect grandmother. Just adores you. She's wearing the 5-pointed crown on her head. I think she has a little Amitabha on top there as well. And this crown is embedded with really beautiful jewels. Exquisite jewels. She's wearing jewelry around her neck, around her waist, beautiful jewelry belt, and around her arms and her wrists and her legs, feet. And she's wearing these kind of silken celestial robes in the Royal Indian style. They're just kind of draped over her, floating in space. She has an aura around her head and around her body. She's sitting on an open lotus and a moon disk. And her foot is also on a little lotus. Her right leg is also on a little lotus. So there she is in front of you, this brilliant green, holy, magnificent action. This Buddha. And whether your teacher is male or female, it doesn't matter. This particular Buddha is a female energy. So next, think of any problems you might have right now. Anything you need. Perhaps there's someone you want to help. Maybe the people in Ukraine. Make a prayer to Tara from your heart, asking for help. And she responds instantly, at once, immediately, no delay, no thinking, oh, I'm not sure. Immediately, and she sends streams of white light flowing from her forehead into your forehead, eliminating all the obstacles and negativities of your body as we recite her mantra. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. 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 Next, just imagine you've received all the blessings also of Tara's energy, purified all your physical obstacles. And next, imagine red light this time flows from Tara's throat into your throat, eliminating all the obstacles and negativities of your speech as we recite the mantra. Om tare tutare ture soha. 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 Imagine you received all the blessings of Tara's speech and eliminated all the obstacles of your speech. And next, imagine blue light flowing from Tara's heart into your heart, this time eliminating all the obstacles and negativities of your mind. As we recite the mantra. Om tare tutare ture soha. 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 Imagine, really feel that you're free of all these obstacles of the mind and you've received all these blessings from Tara. Really try and get a sense now that you're free to accomplish and that you have all the inspiration and energy to accomplish your objectives. Just do one more round of Tara's mantra as you're imagining this, getting things done. So rather than kind of feeling stuck as you recite the mantra, imagine getting all your projects done. If you have clients or patients or whoever it is you're dealing with today, just allow any potential obstacles that might arise to be just melt away as we recite the mantra, and you receive the blessings at the same time from Tara's heart. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. 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 So now imagine all your obstacles purified, all the blessings received. Now imagine Tara comes to the space above the crown of your head, about a couple of inches above the crown of your head, facing the same way as you, and she dissolves into green light, descends through the crown of your head to your heart chakra. It's the seat of your consciousness, and your mind merges indistinguishably with Tara's mind and your Lama's mind, and you experience clarity, tranquility and bliss. And now here, just expand your mind. And if thoughts arise, feelings arise, just observe them with detachment. Try not to engage. Don't judge them as either good or bad. They're just thoughts. And then gently bring your mind back to clarity and bliss. So just dedicate all the positive energy you have generated this morning to all living beings, that they might attain the joy and bliss of enlightened energy, enlightenment. Think of all the people of your life. Send good thoughts to all those 3 different groups. And then perhaps think of all the people in Ukraine. Some so very brave. Then think of all the people in Russia. And take good care. And thank you very much, Matt. Thanks everyone. Lots of love. Have a wonderful day. And maybe I'll see some of you this afternoon or tonight. Okay.